Hello students, welcome you all back to the lectures of corporate accounting. So far we have done two chapters on corporate accounting, that is liquidation of companies and amalgamation of companies. Now we are coming to the next chapter called internal reconstruction. So first of all, I thank you all my viewers. I am getting plenty of views for the chapters of liquidation of companies and amalgamation of companies. Students like it, they are subscribing, my subscription are increasing, views are increasing. So it gives me a lot of encouragement to give many more videos on the subjects. So far I have given many videos on investment management and financial management for MBA students. And also for BCom students, I have prepared and made a number of videos on advanced accounting, business statistics. Now corporate accounting is going on. Apart from that, many other subjects are in rope. So keep watching, have a good command on the subject. You will get a lot of confidence in facing the interviews, and also it will boost your knowledge. So now I am going to start the next subject. One more thing, you can get all the videos from my playlist. In my channel Hans Commerce Tutorial, under the playlist, you will get all the videos of every subject. So please like it, give the comments, subscribe it, my channel. Now, I'm starting the next chapter, internal reconstruction. See here, just I'll go back to the previous chapter. Amalgamation, absorption and reconstruction. Amalgamation, when two or more companies are wound up and a new company is formed to take over the business of the existing companies. Example, A Limited, B Limited, two existing companies are wound up. And a new company, C Limited, is specifically formed to take over the business of A Limited and B Limited. That is called amalgamation. Absorption, one existing company taking over the business of another existing company, no new company is formed. A Limited is taking over the business of B Limited. B Limited is wound up, all the assets and liability are given to A Limited. It's absorption. Reconstruction means reorganizing the financial affairs of a company. When the balance sheet is not representing the true financial position of the business, the balance sheet has to be changed. So only one company is there, no other company involved. Only one company, it's a reorganizing its financial position. That is called reconstruction. Now two types of reconstruction are there, external reconstruction and internal reconstruction. In external reconstruction, the company will be wound up. For example, a company is there whose financial position is not good. The balance sheet is not showing the true financial position. How? Asset side we are finding accumulated losses, fictitious assets, and also other tangible, intangible assets are not showing the true value. Then what will happen? Balance sheet will get tallied, but it will not give the true financial position. Now there is a need to change. That means overhaul the financial position of the business. How to change it? How to make the servicing of the financial statements? By flushing out, by writing off the unnecessary bekar assets. Example, on asset side we will find accumulated losses are there, preliminary expenses, fictitious assets are there. We have to wipe off. Unnecessary intangible assets are showing, goodwill account, patents account, which does not have any value, but still showing on the asset side. Now there is a need to change it. We have to remove, we want to remove it. So in external reconstruction, a new company is formed to take over the assets and liabilities at their true value from the old company. Example, ABC company, whose financial position is not good. Now this company wants to make external reconstruction. So they will make a new company, ABC new company. Only name is changed. Otherwise the company is remaining same. But the old ABC company is wound up according to the provisions of the law. And a new company, ABC new company is formed to take over the business of ABC company. The assets will be taken at its true value. At its true value. And the liability will also be changed. This is called external reconstruction. So no separate accounting treatment is there for external reconstruction. Same accounting treatment what we have seen in absorption. That will be applied. So we are not going to discuss about external reconstruction. Now we'll discuss about internal reconstruction. Internal reconstruction means servicing or changing the balance sheet of the business without liquidating. Without liquidating, we will write off the accumulated losses and other fictitious assets on liability side or asset side, and on liability side we reduce the capital. We'll reduce the capital. For example, in a company, the asset side, in asset side you can find P&L account, accumulated loss, preliminary expenses, discount on issue of debentures, patent right, copyright. All these assets are useless assets that will not doesn't have any realizable value. So why to keep all the assets? We want to flush it out. We want to wipe off, written off. So when written off, the liability, the assets will decrease. Liability will remain same. So liability should also be decreased. Who will forego? Ultimately the owners has to forego. No outsider, creditor or debenture holder, they will not agree. They want their own amount. So ultimately who has to bear the burden? Shareholders have to bear the burden. So on liability side, share capital will reduce. On asset side, the fictitious and intangible, fictitious and accumulated losses will be flushed. This is called internal reconstruction. Sometimes it is also called capital reduction. Internal reconstruction or capital reduction scheme means one and the same. Now, in this internal reconstruction, no new company is formed. No winding up takes place. The old same company which is to be reconstructed will make some changes on assets and liabilities and make a balance sheet in such a way that balance sheet should show the true financial position of the business. That is called internal. But according to Companies Act 2013, a procedure is given for making internal reconstruction. First of all, a special resolution has to be passed. After passing the resolution, then it has to be confirmed by the National Company Law Tribunal. The National Company Law Tribunal, after hearing, after scrutinizing each and everything application, they will pass on the notice to the central government, to the registrar of companies, to the SEBI, etc. So a lengthy procedure is given, then only a company can resort to internal reconstruction. That is a brief explanation of internal reconstruction. Now what is the accounting treatment? How it will be affected? किस तरह internal reconstruction को implement करेंगे? That we are going to study now. So see here, accounting treatment. First of all, we will reduce the capital. We will reduce the capital. तो पहले कंपनी को first of all they have to find out how much money we require to write off the assets. Assets में से जो fictitious asset है, accumulated losses है, losses को निकालने के लिए कितना चाहिए? How much are the accumulated loss? How much are the fictitious assets? And what is the true value of other assets? ये सारे amount को asset side देख लेंगे. Suppose we require 10 lakh rupees to be removed from asset side. Now we require 10 lakh rupees to be released from share capital, from the capital. तो पहले कैपिटल को रिडक्शन करना. एग्जाम्पल कैपिटल को रिड्यूस कैसा करेंगे? प्रेजेंटली द फेस वैल्यू ऑफ ईच शेयर इज 10 रुपीज. 1 lakh, suppose 10 lakh shares are there. 10 lakh shares are there. Each share 10 rupees. So 10 lakh into 10, you will get 1 crore, 100 lakhs. So 100 lakhs is the capital. Now the company will pass a proposal that we reduce the face value of the share from 10 rupees to 6 rupees. 10 rupees to 6 rupees. तो अब जो शेयर होल्डर है पहले 10 रुपीस में शेयर खरीदा था, अब वो शेयर को 6 रुपीस ट्रीट करेंगी कंपनी. 4 rupees the company, the shareholders has to forego their amount. So earlier share capital was 1 crore. Now 40% is gone. Now it will be represented as 60 lakh. तो पहले liability side share capital 1 crore था, अब रिकंस्ट्रक्ट के बाद नया शेयर कैपिटल 60 लाख हो गया. 40 लाख रिलीज कर फोरगो कर दिए शेयर होल्डर्स. तो उसकी एंट्री क्या होगी? हियर द फर्स्ट एंट्री फॉर रिड्यूसिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल. इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल ओल्ड अकाउंट डेटा. ओल्ड तो पुराना इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल 1 crore था. आई एम टेकिंग 1 crore हियर. टू इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल न्यू. अब वो 1 crore रुपीस को रिमूव करके 1 crore को रिमूव करके 60 lakh rupees we are making. And a 10 rupees share will become 6 rupees share. तो 1 crore will become 60 lakh. तो टू इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल न्यू 60 lakh. तो कितना पैसा रिलीज हो गया शेयर कैपिटल से? 40 lakh. टू कैपिटल रिडक्शन अकाउंट और It is also called reconstruction account, or it is also called reorganization account. Any name you can give. In some problems it will be said as capital reduction or reconstruction or reorganization. Any one of the name we can use. So remaining 40 lakh rupees. By passing this entry, what will happen? The old equity share capital will get cancelled and the new equity share capital has arisen, and the balance is transferred to a new account called capital reduction account or reconstruction account or reorganization account. Similarly, preference share capital. Preference shareholder also agree that they will also forego some amount. Otherwise, what will happen? अगर ये लोग forego नहीं करें, तो company और down हो जाएंगी. Then future loss will be much more loss than what is today. आज shareholders को बता रहे हैं कि 10 रुपीस का शेयर 6 रुपीस में कन्वर्ट कर देंगे आज. अगर इसके लिए अग्री नहीं होंगे तो और एक साल के बाद इसका वैल्यू 2 रुपीस हो जाएगा. तो further the shareholders will lose. The shareholders will think that why not to go 40% right now, otherwise we have to go 80% in the next year. Something is better than nothing. आज जो मिल रहा है वो बेहतर है. They will give the proposal, yes, it is better to change the company. So similarly preference shareholders will also agree. अब preference share capital भी suppose 1 crore था, अब वो लोग को भी कम करके 80 lakh पे ला लिया. The company has convinced the preference shareholders that you also forgot some 20 lakh rupees. तो पहले 1 crore था, 80 lakh rupees कर देंगे. New preference share capital 20 lakh rupees is released. तो entry will be preference share capital old account debtor 1 crore to preference share capital new 80 lakh to capital reduction or reconstruction or reorganization, कोई भी एक नाम यूज कर सकते हैं, 20 lakh. तो 40 lakh rupees are released from equity shareholders and 20 lakh rupees are released from preference shareholders. So 40 plus 20, 60 lakh rupees are released from liability side, and that 60 lakh we can make use for writing off the accumulated losses, fictitious assets, etc. Now third case, if any sacrifice is made by debenture holders or creditors, sometimes even the debenture holders and creditors will also agree to forego some amount, but it will be done only when nothing can be released from shareholders. अगर सिचुएशन इतना खराब हो गया है कि शेयरहोल्डर्स मैक्सिमम सैक्रिफाइस कर दिए, उसके बाद भी और सैक्रिफाइस की जरूरत पड़ रही है, देन द कंपनी विल सजेस्ट द क्रेडिटर्स. अब क्रेडिटर है, क्रेडिटर को 1 लाख रुपीस देना है. क्रेडिटर को बोलेंगे अभी अगर कंपनी वाउंड अप हो गई तो यू विल गेट ओनली 10,000 रुपीस, अदरवाइज वी विल रिवैम्प द कंपनी, विल चेंज द कंपनी, विल सर्वाइव द कंपनी. यू फोरगो जस्ट 80,000 रुपीस. 80,000 रुपीस यू फोरगो, 20,000 रुपीस. वाइंड अप कर दिया तो 10,000, अगर इसको चेंज कर दिया तो 20,000 रिमेनिंग, 80,000 दे आर फोरगोइंग. तो in this way, sometimes, very rarely, even outsiders will also agree to sacrifice their claims. Creditors, debenture holders. तो अगर creditors और debenture holders भी अपने amount में sacrifice करेंगे तो entry will be creditors account debtor, debenture holders account debtor to reorganization. So normally we use the word reorganization if the creditors and debenture holders are also sacrificing. Otherwise, we normally use capital reduction or reconstruction account. Next, last entry. When capital reduction or reconstruction account is used for writing of fictitious assets and accumulated losses. Last name. What is the entry for writing off? Writing off the accumulated losses, fictitious assets, and bringing down the other assets to its true value. The entry will be कैपिटल रिडक्शन अकाउंट डेटा और रिकंस्ट्रक्शन अकाउंट डेटा. कोई भी एक वर्ड यूज करो, चलो लेट इट बी कैपिटल रिडक्शन. तो कैपिटल रिडक्शन अकाउंट डेटा 2. नाउ वी क्रेडिट ऑल द एसेट्स व्हिच आर टू बी रिटन ऑफ और रिटन डाउन. अब एग्जांपल है टू प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट. प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट इज शोन ऑन द एसेट साइड, एंड दिस प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट डेबिट बैलेंस इज एक्यूमुलेटेड लॉस. प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट आपके बैलेंस शीट में क्रेडिट साइड रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस में भी रहता और एसेट साइड में भी रहता. तो फिर जो क्रेडिट साइड, लायबिलिटी साइड जो रहेगा वो रिजर्व्स है, सरप्लस है. Profit and loss account is a surplus. The same P&L account, if it is shown on the asset side, it means accumulated loss. This is showing a debit balance. Now we have to credit it in order to close. So to profit and loss account. To preliminary expenses, it's a fictitious asset on the asset side. अब इसको भी remove करना है, credit करेंगे to preliminary expenses. To discount on issue of shares or debentures, again it will be shown on the asset side. It's a fictitious asset. Now remove it, credit कर देंगे. To goodwill. Goodwill, patent right are intangible asset. If the company feels that it does not have any worth, any realizable value of this goodwill and patent, why to keep it on the asset side? Remove it, credit कर देंगे. To goodwill, to patent or copyright. To other assets individually. Other assets are building, machinery, stock, debtors. If the company feels that other assets are also not showing true value in the balance sheet, they want to reduce. Example, the building value was shown in the balance sheet as 20 lakh rupees. 20 lakh, but the company feels that its real value is not 20 lakh, it's 15 lakh. It's 15 lakh. So 5 lakh rupees we have to reduce from building. So to building 5 lakh. Similarly, the stock. Stock is given in the balance sheet as 4 lakh. But the company feels that the true value of the stock is only 3 lakh. So 1 lakh rupees have to be reduced. So to stock 1 lakh. Like that individual assets, if its value is reduced, we credit. So what will happen? The total of all the assets eliminated or created will be equal to the capital reduction. But sometimes it may happen that the amount of capital reduction is more than the amount written off. In that case, the balance will be transferred to capital reserve. Example, हम capital reduction को यहाँ पर credit कर दिए. Already 10 lakh rupees balance is there in capital reduction. तो यहाँ पर capital reduction account data 10 lakh ले लिए. अब पूरे assets को credit कर दिए, तो all the assets are 9 lakh rupees. The assets which are written off, the assets which are written down, ये सारे assets को मिला तो 9 लाख रुपए ही हो. लेकिन कंपनी अपने कैपिटल को रिड्यूस कर दी 10 लाख रुपीस. तो 10 lakh minus 9 lakh, 1 lakh rupees are remaining. That 1 lakh rupees will be transferred to capital reserve. Capital reserve. That's all. So this is the complete explanation, accounting treatment of internal reconstruction. Now this theory what I have discussed, that will be implemented. These accounting entries we are going to implement in the problem of internal reconstruction. But normally in examination they may ask you the theory regarding what is internal external reconstruction, and very commonly asked question is what is amalgamation, absorption and reconstruction. So just now what I have explained you can remember, you can write in your own words regarding what is reconstruction, what is external and what is internal reconstruction. So this is the theory on internal reconstruction. Hope you understood my lecture. If you have understood, please like it, give the comment and also subscribe my channel and share my channel in your group so that more and more students can get benefit from these lectures. Okay, next video I am going to start the problems on internal reconstruction.